Yeah, good evening, everyone. In the last class, we have revised our PHP um, basics, like data types, variables, what are the comments, what are different data types. These are all we have discussed. Now, this is actually our revision class. We have completed all the topics of your syllabus. This is just revising all the concepts once again. Now, see the control statements. These control statements also we have discussed. The control statements we use it for to validate any kind of conditions. Now there are the control statements like this. If control statements is there, if else is there, and else if is there. We use if, else if, and else. These three keywords we use in the to validate the statements. Then after we use switch control statements. These are the control statements we have. Okay. Now if you see the if control statement, now see this. All these control statements, all these control statements, we have to write it in lowercase only. Lowercase only we have to write. That is, here keyword if keyword, and this is a parenthesis. This is the parenthesis. This is a curly brace, the closing curly brace. Now within the parenthesis, we have to put the condition. Okay. Now this is a parenthesis, left parenthesis. This is right parenthesis. This is a curly brace opening and this is closing. And this is the keyword if keyword. Now within this block, we write the we write the logic. We write the statements to be executed. You can say in this block. Example, if you see this example, is 5 greater than 3. Now this is a relational operator greater than is a relational operator. Now it is checking that this first value 5 is it greater than 3 or not, it is checking. So if the condition is true, this statement will be executed. That is the control statement. There is only one if control statement, and that will check only there is only one option is available. There is only one choice. If there is only one choice, only one printf statement, or sorry, there is only one statement to be displayed, we can use if control statement. Now, example, if you see here, I'm writing here 5 greater than 4, 5 greater than 4, I'm writing. Just run it. See, it is displayed the output like this. It is came from here. Okay. Now, if you put, let us put 5 greater than 5. Check the condition. Say it is not displayed anything here. It is not displayed anything here because the 5 is not greater than 5. The condition false. So that is the if control statement. Clear? Now this is we checking the condition directly with constants. Here you can check the condition with some variable. This is even this is also. Now here we are using the variable called t. Now this 14 is stored inside this t variable. And the t variable we are checking with is value 20, condition checking. So that means indirectly we are checking that 14 less than 20 or this is the indirect meaning of this. So this 14 now is there inside the variable t. Okay. Now we'll check here. We'll keep 15 here. Now run it. Displayed output like this because the 15 here the 15 is less than 20. Okay. 15 is less than 20. Now let us change the now let us keep 20 here. Now check the condition. See, nothing is displayed here because here 20 is less than 20 condition false. So it will false. It will come out of this brace, curly brace. It won't execute the logic there. So this is when you put a value inside the variable. The next one you can see if else. If else, if you observe, there is a if condition is there. This if condition. Now, when this condition is true, it will actually go to this block. If this condition is false, this condition is false, it will actually go to this else block. So previously, if condition was not there, not like that. Previously, if condition was there is only one condition. Now there is only one statement, one block only there. If the condition true, the block is executed. If the condition block false, it won't display anything, empty. Now here in the if case of if else, here if the condition is true, this if block will be executed. If the condition is false, if the condition is false, this else block will be executed. That is the meaning of this equals control statement. Now if you check this, we checking the date function here. See, we checking the date function. If this condition is true, this block will be executed. If this condition is false, this block will be executed. That's the meaning of this. Next one is if, else if, and else. That means there will be three blocks will be there. There will be if block. This is if block. Okay. Now there is else if block like this. There is else if block and it is else block. So there are total one, two, three blocks will be there. So there are total three blocks will be there. If you see, if this condition is true, this if block will be executed. If this condition is false, that means if the condition is false, it comes to else if block. Again in the else if block, again we are checking the condition. Then in the else if block condition, if it is true, it will execute this one. And if it is false, it will come to else block. It will come to else block. This is the way it will execute the statements. See the next one, switch statement. If you see the switch statement, the switch statement is used to perform different actions based on different conditions. There are some cases will be there in the switch case control statements. This is switch case, and this is the expression we can call the condition. If this expression matching with any case, okay, here the case will be there. Case one is a break, case two is a break, case three is a break. If no case is matched with the expression, the default case will be executed. That is the switch control statement. Okay. See the example here. See, look at the example. See here, this is the variable FAB color. This value is stored inside this variable. Now, here we are writing the variable. Now, inside this variable, what is there? Red color is there. Okay. Now we are checking the condition. We are matching the case. In the case one, here red is written. In the next case, blue is written. In the next case, green is written. If no case is matched, the default we have written. And this color is matching with this case. So this block will be executed. This statement will be executed and it will take a break. It will come out of the loop, come out of the control state. Suppose if this case is not matching, it will check another case. If that is not matching, it will check another case. If no case is matching, it will come to default. So this is a switch control state. That is a switch control statement. Coming to see the loops. See the loops. Now write down these loops. While, do, while, for, and for each loops. These loops are there. Write down these loops. So one line statement. Now see the loops there. So what purpose we use loops here? See, if you wanted to write the same block of code to run over and over again in a certain number of times. When you have a situation that when you wanted to execute same logic multiple times. So instead of adding several equal, no, almost equal code lines in a script, So instead of writing the same script multiple times, so we'll go for loops. Okay. So that means here we use the same logic multiple times. The reusability concept is there. So there are loops. While is there, do while, for loop is there, for each loop is there. Now yes, there was a network problem, or just disconnected the network. Just to go through the loops, just 1 minute. Yeah, yes, everyone. There is a little network issue. Yes, see, we are discussing loops. We are discussing loops. So this is the while loop. You see, this is a while loop. If you look at this is the variable. I is a variable, and this one is stored inside this variable. And after that, we are checking the condition whether I less than 6 or not. We are checking the condition. What is inside this I? Inside the I, there is a 1. We are checking 1 less than the condition 2. So it will execute the I value. Okay. That means it will print 1. After that, I plus plus post increment. That means, and this I will become I is equal to 1. Post increment means that we will add 1. That will become 2. So I is 2 now. Here, I is 2. Here, 2 less than 6. Here, 2 less than 6. It will print 2. After that, it will increment again. 2 plus 1, 3. Again, 3 less than 6. It will print 3. So like this, it will print 4 and 5 also. But 6 it won't display because 6 less than 6, the condition false. 6 less than 6, the condition false. You just write these steps to understand more clearly. Write these steps to understand more clearly. Write this program. Write these steps very quickly. Yeah, yes, written. These are the steps to execute the while loop. Okay. Now similarly, you see the do while loop also. Similarly, you see the do while loop. Now see a do while loop. This loop always execute the block of code at least once. Similar. This do while loop promises us that it will execute the block at least once. That is a do while loop works. Now see here, the one is stored inside the variable I. Okay. Now here what we are doing, we are printing the value 1. Okay. After that, we are incrementing the value. Okay. We are incrementing the value. Post increment is 1 plus 1, which is equals to the post increment. Now here see, we are checking the condition. What is inside I now? It is 2. Now we check the condition with 2 less than 6 up. Okay. As the condition is true, it will come to again here. The I value will be updated with 2. Okay. Now 2 will be printed. Then after that, this will be incremented 2 plus 1, 2 plus 1, 3. Okay. 2 plus 1, 3. And after this, again, it will check the condition 3 less than 6, 3 less than 6. Again, it will go to do condition. Again, it will display 3. So like this, it will display up to 4, 5, then 6 it won't display. As 6 less than 6. 6 less than 6, the condition false. The condition is false. This is how the do while loop will work. Now, do while loop, the condition is tested after executing the statements. So after executing one statement, it will check in the condition. Okay. So this means do while loop will execute its statement at least once. So even when condition falls also, okay, here even when condition falls, it will execute at least once. That is a do while loop works. Okay. So if you want, now that is a do while loop, then come to the for loop. You see the for loop. The for loop syntax you take this for loop syntax and take this also. Take this also. For loop syntax and what is expression 1, what is expression 2, what is expression 3. You take this. I'm giving just 1 minute time. You take it fast. Yes, completed. Now see the for loop. There are three expressions are there. Expression 1, 2, 3. This expression 1 is called initialization. And this is condition checking expression 2. After that, it will be incremented or decremented. This is the for. Now, if you see this, there the people given comma here, but it is to be semicolon. Here also semicolon. Now, see here, this is called initialization. X is equal to 0. 0 is inside this X now. After that, we are checking the condition. This is condition checking. And this is, we can increment or decrement. That is plus plus or you can minus minus. So that is the meaning of this for loop condition. So example, if you take here, first inside X, what is the value? 0. After it is checking the condition, 0 is less than 10, less than or equal. So, so condition is true. This is true. Now it will print this one. X value it will print. That is X value is 0 output. Again after that X value is incremented. That is 0 gone 1. Again 1 is less than or equal to 10. The condition true will display the X value 1. Again 1 gone 2. Thus increment 1 plus 1 2. Again 2 less than or equal to 10. Again condition true. It will display the value true. So like this, 3 it will take 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. And 10 also it will execute the value because 10 less than or equal to 10. Here two conditions are there. 10 is not equal to 10. This is false. This false. Okay. But 10 is equal to 10. This is true. That's why it will display 0 to 10. 0, sorry, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. It will display up to 10 bytes. So that is the for loop logic. Now take one more example here. Just tell me the answer. This example, you tell me the answer. So these are the basics of arrays. Now you will see functions also. Now there are two types of functions are there. Just note down these definitions. What is user-defined function and what is built-in function, predefined function. There's two definitions, we just note down. Yes, retain this built-in functions and user-defined functions. What are the built-in functions and what are the user-defined functions? So built-in functions, they have already defined in the PHP. Okay, they already defined the PHP. These are the built-in functions if you wanted to check. These are all the built-in functions. Now, what are the user-defined functions means? The user-defined functions you can define on the user, defined by user. User-defined functions are defined by the users. The predefined functions are defined by the PHP programs, you can say like that. Now here this is user-defined function if you see. Now this is user-defined function. Say this, my message is a user-defined function. So when you are declaring the user-defined function, before that function name, we have to write the keyword called function keyword. We have to write the keyword called function keyword. After that, whatever we want to display, we can display by using the keyword called echo keyword. And this function block can be defined with the curly braces open and close. And the function can be taken as parentheses. These are the rules. Now the rules here, a function name must start with a letter or an underscore. But function names are not case sensitive. Okay, you can write any case. They are not case sensitive. They are not case sensitive. Yeah, see this is a function name my message. And to execute this function, it is to be called. Is to be called. So you can call the function like this. And whenever you write the function like this, you go to the function definition and it will execute what is inside there inside the function block. That is the function calling. Okay. Now function arguments. For the function argument, if you check, this is the function arguments. The function arguments nothing but you can call input also. You can call input. The function arguments nothing but input. Okay. Now this function will be executed. Okay. This function will be executed by taking this input, f name. Okay. So this will be executed with all these input, with all these input. So that is the argument, function argument. Okay. So it is this function is taking only one argument, only one parameter. And here this function is taking two parameters. Two parameters. So when you're giving two parameters, you have to supply two values. You have to supply two values. So that is one. Now, when you wanted to return any value, you have to use return keyword. Now, if you look at this is a function called sum. We are adding two inputs, send by inputs we are adding. And next inputs, after adding, we are storing back in the one more variable called z. And that z you have to return. That what is there inside the value, you have to return. For that, you have to use the keyword called return. Okay. And this function can be called this this function, this sum function can be called with different types of inputs. Sometimes 510, sometimes 713, sometimes 2 comma 4, like this. Okay, so this can be called with the different types of inputs. So this is the returning value. So whenever it will execute this logic, it will return a value by using the keyword called open keyword. Okay. That is and passing arguments by reference. So you can pass a reference to the functional function. Okay, when you're passing any input to the function, you can pass the reference. That is the one way. Now, these are all basics of the PHP. What is the variable data types? The data types we have discussed strings, numbers, and we have even discussed operators and control statements and loops, functions. Okay, these are all there. Uh, Arrays also there. Arrays also we have discussed. The similar type of values. What is array means. So this array is taking all values are of type of character. Okay. So that is the arrays. Now if you coming to the uh, object-oriented principles, the PHP also will follow the object-oriented principles. The PHP will follow object-oriented programming principles. The principles are like this: class, object, the class object and abstract class, what is interface, inheritance, all these object-oriented principles will follow. So in that we'll see what is class here. You can see a class can be defined with a keyword called class keyword. The class can be defined with the keyword called class keyword. You see this is a class keyword, is a class name. Now if you come down, now this is the class keyword, it's a class name. Class name. Inside this, this is class opening and closing. Now inside this class, there are properties section is there and method section is there. Okay, two sections are there inside this class. The property section contains variables and method section contains functions. Method name 1 and method name 2. So what are the variables here? The variable called name is there and color is there. And which are the modifier is public keyword. That means you can access anywhere in your uh, project in the application. That is a public keyword. And here in the methods, the method name is set name is there, get name is there. And for this method, the parameter is also supplied name input. This is, and this method is returning the value by using the return keyword. Now this is the class. That is a class. Now see what is an object, how to take an object from the class. So we can take an object from the class by using the keyword new keyword. See here, new keyword. Here it is new keyword. Okay, new keyword. We can use a new keyword. So here function name is set name, and for this we are supplying the property called name, and one more function is get name is there, and from the get name function we are returning the value by using the return keyword. And then for the class, so what is the class name here? The class name is fruit. And for this class, we are creating the object. So this is one object is we are creating this is one object and this is one object. Okay, this is, and we are returning the value. These are the class and object. This is the concept of class and object. Now we can see the what is an abstract class here. You see what is an abstract class. The abstract class can be defined with the keyword called abstract keyword. Just make a note of this program. Just make a note of this program we will discuss. Yes, written this program. Now what is abstract keyword you see. So when you put the keyword called abstract before the class keyword, that is called abstract class. Okay. So here when you put the abstract keyword before the class keyword, that is called abstract class. Okay. So yeah, this is a class name. It's a class keyword. So it is become a class name. And what type of class it is? Abstract class. So you have to keep the abstract. And the methods inside that also abstract methods. So yeah, we have to give the abstract keyword. Okay. So what is this abstract class here? Is a class that contains at least one abstract method. Okay. One abstract method, but not implementation. So there is no implementation of this method. We'll just declare inside the class. Okay. The implementation has to give by the child class. Okay. Now example, if we say This is the abstract function. It is method. This abstract method. This is so. This abstract method. What is the method name? Intro is the method name. So this method is not having any implementation here. It's just declared. Now who is giving implementation? If you see here, see. So every child class, every child class is giving. It's a class. It is giving implementation. This is the implementation. So this is a method name. Intro is a method name. Okay. This is the implementation. Here, intro is a method name. This is the implementation. So different child classes given different type of implementations, but it is declared as a abstract method without implementation. So anybody wanted to implement this method, they can implement by by inheriting this class. So here see they have used the keyword called extends keyword. So when they use this keyword called extends keyword, they can get all the properties and functions of this class into their child class, into their child class. So this is the class. This is the class opening and closing. Now this class is child class. RD is a child class. It is taking the inheriting the parent class car. Now inside that it is returning this method. This method is already declared inside this class. Now this implementation. This is the implementation we are writing inside the child class. So we can able to write means we are using the keyword called extends keyword. We are using the keyword called extends keyword. So that's the way we can inherit the class parent class to child class. So that is abstract method. So what is interface here? Say inheritance we have discussed. Inheritance we have discussed. You can see the interfaces. You can see the interfaces. Here interfaces can be implemented through the keyword called interface keyword. This keyword is there, interface keyword is there, interface name is there. So what this interface is doing, it is a variety of easy to use variety of different classes in the same. Okay. So see here, these are all the methods. And see this interface is having these methods. The interface is having this method function called make sound. Okay. So the implementation is not written, it is just no declared. The function is just declared. Okay. Here, who is implementing here? This is implementing. The cat class is implementing this animal class, animal interface. Okay. It is implementing the animal interface. Whereby like this. Understood? This is the interface concept. You can note down this program. Just note down this program. You will understand. Yes, is it completed? Writing this program. So these are all the basics of the your PHP. And what is the database also we have discussed. The SQL database we have discussed. How to connect the SQL database with the PHP also we have discussed. For example, by using the code script with the script like this. So we have used the local host and username password, and we have used the connection names, server name, username, password like this. And we have even validated the connection also, whether the database is connected or not. Okay. And we displayed the if it is successfully connected, we can display by using the keyword called echo keyword. So this is the way we can we can connect the database with the now PHP. We also even discussed how to create a database and how to create a table and how to and what are the DDL, DML, DCL, all these commands also we have discussed. And we have even discussed the primary key, what is the primary key, foreign key, candidate key, the types of keys also we have discussed. So all these concepts you just go through for your exams. Exams purpose you can prepare all these concepts. And if you get any doubt, you can contact the university faculties, the concerned departments you can contact, and they will help you how to prepare for the exams for your subject. Okay, they will. So this is the end of the course of your PHP with MySQL. We have designed with PHP and MySQL. This end of the year course. So all the best for your exams.